Right. Now sengifuna sibheke the methods of plotting. Indlela, methods of plotting. To plot is to draw. To plot is to draw. Draw what? A graph or the graphs where in a Cartesian plane. But I want us to start with simple graphs first. Ngifuna siqale ngama-graph alula. Yabo lezi number engiyikhethile 3 minus 3 3 minus 3 kungaba inoma yipi enye number 4 half 6 7 10 kungaba inoma yipi enye number. Kodwa engifuna ukwazi ngalezi zinto ukuthi lama graphs abukeka kanjani. Nansi plane yakho. Kwi plane yakho uyayidivide 1 2 3 minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 1 2 3 minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 uyayidivide plane yakho. Mawusuyidivide plane yakho bese uyawadweba lama graph. Ngifuna ke siwadwebe maqede bese siyakhuluma ngawo. Siwadwebe maqede bese siyakhuluma ngawo. Mangabe nje kungase kuthiwa awudwebe igraph ethi y is 3. Dweba igraph ethi y is 3. Iphi leyo graph? Siyahamba siye kuma y axis, nanka ama y axis. Sifune la y khona ewu3, nangu la y u3 la. Sesiyayidweba ke le ngoba iyodwa phela ile graph iyodwa. Sidweba kanjani le graph? Ngabe le graph ishona le noma le graph ishona le noma yenze njani? No. Le graph le y is 3. Yi graph ebukeka kanje. Y is 3. Bese siphinde sidweba eka y is minus 3. Siyahamba siye kuma y axis, nawa ama y axis. Sifune y o minus 3, now y o minus 3. Sesiyayidweba futhi le graph nansi ibukeka kanje. Oh, hayi sesingaconclude ke manje. Ukuthi masithi y is equals to a number, whether the number is positive or the number is negative, that graph is horizontal, parallel to the x-axis. These graphs are horizontal, parallel to x-axis, parallel to the x-axis. These are the graphs. Angithi uyabona ukuthi bama kanjani? They are horizontal, parallel to the x-axis. Ngisho ungadweba u-y2 uzothi, u-y1 uzothi, u-y minus uzothi. Wonke azoma kanje. Mangabe ke umbuzo usuthi kuwe draw a graph y is equals to 7 parallel to the x-axis. Y is 7 there parallel to the x-axis. Asidwebe le ka x manje. X is 3. Now x o 3. Sesiyayidweba ke graph. Nansi graph yethu. X is 3. X is minus 3. Nansi graph. Nali point. X is minus 3. Oh, u-x noma ngabe yipi number baqhamuka phezulu baye phansi. noma phansi baye phezulu kusho ukuthi ba vertical. So all these graphs are vertical and parallel to the y-axis. Uma nje graph yakho izothi x equals to a number, that graph is vertical from top, bottom, or bottom up. If it's y, that graph is horizontal. Horizontal parallel to the x-axis. Parallel to the x-axis. But ulayini uvela uyidlulele nje kuleyo number leyo. Ilama graph kalula. Ngisho kungathiwa angidwebe igraph ethi x is equals to half. Nanku half la ukhona. Nansi graph yami x is equal to half. Uyabona ukuthi nayo isefana nale top, bottom, or bottom up. So it is vertical. The x equal to are vertical graphs and are parallel to the y-axis. The y equals to graphs are horizontal graphs and they are parallel to the x-axis. Mawuthola ama-graph okuthiwa y is equal to a number are horizontal from left to right or right to left. Horizontal, parallel to the x-axis. Mawuthola ama-graph okuthiwa x is equals to a number, noma ngabe yipi, positive or negative, half or quarter. Those graphs are from top to bottom or bottom to top, vertical in nature, and they are parallel to the y-axis. Ayikho into ebukhulu lapha kithi. Hlobo ayikho into ebukhulu. Ukudweba lento uyobona mawusufike kwa grade 10. Siyobe sesithi ukukunongela yona. Sesithi inkulu incane, inkulu incane. Siyobe sesichaza leyo nto mase sifike kwa 10. But ukudweba lento it's very easy. Asizeke endleleni elandelayo yokudweba igraph. Method, indlela of plotting or drawing. Plotting and drawing means the same. Drawing what? The graph. Method yiphi ke lesizoyisebenzisa manje? It's a table form. Imethod le, i-table form. Hayibo. Uyakhumbula ngesikhathi singaphambilini senza lento x versus y sasesithi sasesithi 1 2 3 1 2 3, which is -1 -3 -4 1 2 3 4. Uyakhumbula senza leya? Right. Usubonile ukuthi the simple graph usiwadweba kanjani? Ubonile lokho. Manje sengiya ke kwenye indlela eyodwa bese sivele siyenzile. Ile sibize ngokuthi it's a dual intercept form. La ubuthi khona let x be 0 and then you find y. Let y be 0, then you find x. And you take those 2 points into a plane, then you join them, you get your graph. Now, enye indlela it's a table form. Uzokhumbula ke ngesikhathi senza i-table form ngoba sesike sayenza i-table form. Ngesikhathi senza i-table form, sasinento njengale. Yilento ibizwa ngokuthi i-table. Yilento le oyifundile wena ngesikhathi sithi khona asenze ama coordinate, sithi asenze khona ama ordered pairs. Uyakhumbula ukuthi ngesikhathi sichaza le ndaba yama ordered pairs besikhuluma ngento enje with a set of x and y bese sithi iyiphi le number mhlambe u1 no2 sithi ke lokhu sikubiza ngama ordered pairs. Yindaba kubizwe ngokuthi ama ordered pairs na njoba kuthiwa order indlela okumele kume ngayo. Indlela okumele kume ngayo ithini? Ithi ngaso sonke isikhathi kuqala ivalue ka x kugcine ivalue ka y. Mhlawumbe nakwidali yiyo lento eyenza sithi let x first then y second. So ke uma thina senza leyo nto kwi-table sisuke sisetha ama ordered pairs. Kodwa ama ordered pairs awuvele nje wasetha ngefunction. Ithini ifunction? Ake sithathe ifunction kuzokhumbula ukuthi lapha ya ngesikhathi sidweba ama graph sibuka i-effect ye gradient. I-graph yethu ibithi y is equals to x plus 1. Ibisho kanje. Enye ithi y is equals to 2x plus 1. Ibisho kanje. Uzokukhumbula lokho angithi? Yes. Sizothi mase siwadwebile lama graph busubuyela kulawe sizowadweba uyowaqhathanisa nalawa nesiwadwebile ekuqaleni bese wadweba nge-dual method, dual method lenethi let x be. Sizokwenza ke we call this is a standard form. Ikwi standard form lento ngoba ikuyiphi form? Iku y is equals to mx plus c, where our c is 1 and our m is 2 and 1. So sizodwebe yodwa ke sizochaze yodwa ngesikhathi siphinde sichaze enye ngesikhathi. Asiyichazeke. Sithatha ifunction bese sidweba itable. Itable yethu iba no x ibe no y. Kodwa ama values ka x lawa izothi ngane ngiwathathaphi. Uzobuyela emuva kancane bose uyakhumbula ukuthi khona la esike sachaza khona u-x. Sathi u-x is an independent. Masithi independent sisho ukuthi uzimele. Ukuthi uzimele in a mathematical language kusho ukuthi you can give x numbers. You can give x numbers. Once you know the value of x, you have given the value of x, you substitute the value of x in a function to process the value of y. Uyawathatha ka x uwafakela ukuze uthole u-y. Ake sibukeke. Lento uzokhumbula ngizokwenzisa yona ngeindlela vele sesiyifundile. Uyakhumbula ukuthi sesike sathola thina ama-answers ngalento okuthiwa i-by inspection. Usayikhumbula i-by inspection? I-by inspection siyabuka senze ngekhanda siqhamuke ne-answer. Asibuke. Uma x wethu ewu-4 kusho ukuthi thina sifaka u-4 la. Sizoba no-4 plus 1. Mangabe wena usuno-4 plus 1, i-answer yalapha ithini? Ithi ngoba uyahlanganisa noma uyasusa, thatha uphawu lwenamba enkulu. Inamba enkulu 4, uphawu lwakhe u-minus. Thatha enkulu ususe encane kusale u3. Kusho ukuthi i-answer ubani? U-3. Sesiyawuthatha ku-3 wethu siwufaka la. U-3 uqhamuke ngesikhathi sisebenzisa u-4. Uma ku-3 u-3 sithatha u-3 siwufake la. Sizoba no-3 plus 1. Siyahlanganisa siyasusa wenza noma ikuphi. Thatha uphawu lwenamba enkulu u-3 ngisusa u1 sala u2. U-2 uvela ngesikhathi sisebenzisa abanthina u-3 kuvela u-2. okunye kasisezukwenza kanjalo sengifuna sibuke bese siyenza uma ngifaka u-2 la i-answer yakho ubani u-1 uma ngifaka u-1 la i-answer yakho ubani u-0 uma ngifaka u-0 la i-answer yakho ubani u-1 uma ngifaka u-1 la i-answer yakho ubani u-2 uma ngifaka u-2 la i-answer yakho ubani u-3 uma ngifaka u-3 u-4 uma ngifaka u-4 u-5 are you happy siyafaka si-add sisusa sesiyigcwalisile i-table yethu siyabona sesiyigcwalisile i-table yethu asenze i-table kalona ke manje yalo ngoba ngifuna lento ye-table form ingene egazini x y senze i-table kalo ngendlela efanayo x as an independent sunikeza lama value kuthiwa asiwafake la sibona khona bani u-x sesiyawubona ku-x nakho masifaka u2 la sizoba no2 times 2 4 plus 1 5 masifaka u1 sizoba no2 times 1 2 plus 1 3 masifaka u0 la sizoba no2 times 0 0 plus 1 1 uma sifaka u-1 la sizoba no2 times -1 bese kuqhamuka u-2 plus 1 phawu lwenamba enkulu -2 ngisusa encane 1 kusho ukuthi la sino -1 uma sifaka u-2 la sizoba no2 times -2 kuqhamuke u-4 plus 1 phawu lwenamba enkulu -4 -1 3 kusho ukuthi la sizoba no-3 so easy to make a table and siyabona easy sesiyawadweba ke lama graph omabili sesiyawadweba sesiya kwi plane yethu ngitheke ubonile usiyabona ukuthi siyenza kanjani i-table sithini it's x for y ngenye indlela i-table yethu irepresenta lento esiyibiza ngama coordinate i-coordinate ngithe kuwe i-point kuthi kuwe ngathi libhalwa ngo-x versus y ngasho kanje kusho ukuthi siqala lapho ukufunda ku-x size ku-y yikho ke okuzosenzela i-point and i-point lethu it's an ordered pair lento ibizwa ngokuthi it's an ordered pair ukuthi it's an ordered pair kusho ukuthini indlela okumele kulandelane ngayo kuqala u-x kugcine u-y noma sikufunda ke senza kanjalo siqala ku-x sigcine ngo-y siqala ku-x sigcine ngo-y siqala ku-x sigcine ngo-y njalo nala siqala ku-x sigcine ngo-y siqala ku-x sigcine ngo-y right nanko ke sesiwadwebile ngeke ke bakithi ningizwe kahle izingane zami ngeke siwaplothe wonke lawa ama-point kodwa into esingakwenzela yona singakuprovela ukuthi lama-point ayingxenye yegraph sizokuprovela ngizokukhombisa esizowaplotha yilawo for blue esizowaplotha yilawa for orange yilawo kuphela esizowaplotha kodwa wonke lawa amanye engiwashiye ngaphandle ayingxenye ngizokukhombisa ukuthi sikubona kanjani ukuthi ayingxenye asiye kulowa wokuqala the black graph asisebenzise the blue sithini ke sithi when x is not, y is 1. When x is not, y is 1. Bese sithi when x is 1, there. X is 1, there. X is 1, y is 2, there. Irula njalo esenza ngalo lento. Sibeka irule ukuze kuqonde. Sibuye size ngapha. When x is minus 1, there. When x is minus 1, there. Y is 0, there. So the point is there. Sesithatha irula lethu. Uyabona ama point uthi mangaki? Awu 3. 1, 2, 3. Sesibeka irula lethu. Masilibeka irula lethu sesiyawajoyina. Irula nanti. Lisikhiphela uline oqondile irula lethu. Lisinikeza uline oqondile oblue. Yipi le graph ile y is equals to x plus 1. Asibuye size kule orange one. Orange one. When x is not, y is 1. There. Kusho ukuthi ziyalibanga leli point. Ziyalibanga leli point. When x is 1, y is 3. There. When x is 1, y is 3. There. Kumbula sithe ziyalibanga leli. When x is minus 1, y is also minus 1. There. Then sesithatha irula sijoyina leli naleli naleliya ngoba leli liyabangwa. Nanti. Lona ke ithini y is equals to 2x plus 1. Asibuke. Buka. Gradient 2, gradient 1. The smaller the gradient, the lesser the slope. The bigger the gradient, the steeper the slope. Uyabona ukuthi kuyenzeka? Kuleya nto, kuleya graph akade silokhuza lapha. Manje sengifuna ukukukhombisa ukuthi for orange and blue, all these points form part of the graph. All these points form part of the graph. Ukubona kanjani ukuthi lama point amanye esiwatholile ayingxenye yegraph? Uthatha lawo ma point lawo, you take those points. Uma ucheck checking if they form part of the graph. Checking if they form part of the graph. Ukuhlola kanjani ukuthi lawa amanye ayingxenye yegraph. Sizothatha 1 1. For orange asithathe leli noma for orange asithathe leli. Cela sithathe leli. For orange. Now orange wethu, orange y is equals to 2x plus 1. Now orange. Ngase ngithi asithathe liphi? Ngathi sithatha leli. Yileli point esilicheckayo. Right. U-x ubani? U-minus 2. Nakho 2 nango u-x minus 2 plus 1. is equal to y ubani minus 3. Asenzeke khumbula ukuthi i-equal sign ithini, ithi the left hand side iyalingana ne right hand side. I-left hand side yethu, our left hand side is minus 3. Sesibala ngapha ke sifuna ukubona ukuthi sizothola bani. 2 times minus 2 is minus 4 plus 1. Phawulo enamba enkulu minus inamba enkulu ngisusa encane 3. Buka lokhu ukuthi akulingani yini nalokhu ya. Lokho kusho ukuthi ngempela leli point lingxenye yegraph, because our left hand side is equals to our right hand side. Sesitesta ublack. Ublack wethu ithini graph yakhona, ithi y is equals to x plus 1. Cela unginikeze ipoint ke wena ofisa ukuthi silichecke la, hayi lawe ngiwafake kwisikokela. Sichecka lawe ngingawafakile ngoba angiwasebenzisanga ukudweba, kodwa ngifuna ukubona ukuthi ayingxenye yini yalokho. Asithathe le minus 4 and minus 3. Nanti esilithathayo siyachecka. Sithini ke? Sithi left hand side i-left hand side yethi uba uy wethu uba u-minus 3. Athi about uy wethu minus 3 equals to, ake sibukeke manje ini i-right hand side, u-x wethu uba u-minus 4 plus 1. Phawulo enamba enkulu 4 ngisusa u1 3. This is equals to, checka lokhu ukuthi akufani yini nalokhu. Our right hand side. Our right hand side is minus 3 and our left hand side also is minus 3. So all those points are part of the graph. This is how you draw a graph using a table form. Firstly, what do? You draw a table of x versus y. 2, you give values for x, y, because x is independent with mele. Then you use the values of x in a function to process the values of y. Then the table is full. You pick 2 or 3 points into a plane, you join them using a ruler. Same thing, table form, you draw a table of x versus y, you give values for x, you use values for x in a function to process the values of y, you pick 2 or 3 points into a plane, you join them using a ruler, then you have drawn your graph. Checking whether it forms part of the graph, those points that you did not use. When you check, you take the function and you pick one point in an ordered form. Point in an ordered form. X versus y, x versus y. In place of x, in place of y. In place of x, in place of y. In a function, you will find that your left hand side is exactly the same as your right hand side. This is how you use your table form. The last way or method now to use will be a gradient y-intercept.